One of the best things about being in Andrew's classes is that the atmosphere is one of complete and utter engagement.
I've never went to a single one of his classes where there haven't been dozens of people holding up their hands at one point or another during the class willing to participate.
He promotes a really great environment for discussing.
Getting them to ask questions, to voice, I disagree with this, or I disagree with you, or I disagree with them in the classroom. That's about that modeling the discussion for them.
I don't think anybody has ever felt like they weren't allowed to say anything. They can say it, but they're also going to be challenged.
When we have a professor that is so engaged and so in tune with what they're teaching and enjoys it so much, it just really makes you want to strive for success, and it makes you want to succeed not only for yourself, but to also make your professor proud and to show that you've learned a lot about the material.
The way I get them to do that is by being myself excited about that, and coming in and the first lecture on the topic being something cool, and then they get fired up.
A lot of the funny stories, anecdotes, ways that he takes these really dense political theory texts and breaks them down, that's just really kind of inspired us for how to go about reading some of these things.
If they remember that laughter moment, then they're going to remember the piece it's connected to. And that's what's important to me.
We were in class and we read Dr. Seuss.
I read the Butter Battle book aloud to them.
It was this great story that's for kids.
It's a class on mutually assured destruction, right? And they will remember not only, what the way arms escalation works, the way the mutually assured destruction is difficult, but they'll also make those links back to the readings from the 1950s and the 1960s that they did.
It was just a really great way to analyze it, and he brings that humor to us that makes it more accessible to us as students.
They'll remember the humor, but my hope is that they remember that depth in that connection.
In many of the classes that I've had with Professor Lotz, at the end of class, when the clock reaches 2:50, 11:50, whatever time it may be, there's still 10, 11, 12 hands up. He's very willing to meet with people outside of class and to continue discussion.
They approached me in a gang. Basically, 5 interested students come up to you and say, we want to keep talking about this. And as an instructor, you can't say no, right? You say, okay, yeah, let's do it.
People absolutely want to talk to him. People want to talk to him to the point where, he's as busy as could be. And yet he still makes time for students. Students
sometimes worry that going to the professor's office hours or going to ask them a question is some imposition on our time, right? I'm sitting here waiting and hoping that you'll come bother me with that, because that means I don't have to be grading, right? I can do something fun and think with you and talk with you and help you grow.
He is so dedicated to his students. He is so motivated. He is so passionate.
He's had an impact on me in terms of the ways that I look at life, the ways that I view my future.
I knew I was going to be a political theory concentration within the major because of Andrew's class.
He's a professor that you want to be friends with, and that I really do hope that the dialogue continues with when I graduate and when I'm no longer at the University of Pittsburgh.
He's one of my favorite professors of all time.